Hey Libra, welcome in, guys. We are going over your April reading to see what is going on for you. It is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leaves the rest. Leave the rest for someone else. Roles can always be reversed. First things first, we're going to take a look and see what is coming out for your general messages, whatever it is that you need to know at this time in April. And also just keep in mind that April is very star-studded when it comes to Aries. So it's um, a lot of planets going into Aries. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. It's a little bit fiery in April. So, all right. First things first, general messages. All right. You got Seven of Pentacles here. You also have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like they're in the month of April. You're really, you are building something up without the assistance of others. There's something that you're working on solo. This is like a solo mission. And it does have something to do with your stability, your finances, what you're cultivating. Why by yourself though? Let me see. Five of Swords on the reverse. Four of Cups. Yeah, I don't feel like you're wanting actually other people. I feel that in April, you're looking at it as though I want it to be as problematic or as unproblematic as possible. You may even feel like dealing with others with this situation that you're cultivating at that time would be weighed down if you incorporated other people. So I do see a lot of solo work that you are doing, whether that might even be hell. It might even be like an internal thing where you are working on yourself internally. If it's not internal and it is an external thing, that is like either way it goes, it's something about your stability. So it may be something that is external, but you're wanting to only handle it yourself. So that could be like running a business, a solo business. You don't have a business partner, it's just you. Or it could be a project at work that you're working on. Whatever the case may be. I see that there's like I said, solo mission, you might as well say that. Very independent type of energy that your stance you're taking. All right, you got Strength card here. You also have the Hanged Man. There's something here that you're wanting to hold back instead of rushing into it because you feel like you need to observe it to gain as much insight as you possibly can. You got Leo and Pisces energy here. All right, I don't know what this is about, so let me just see here. What is this pertaining to? What is this pertaining to? Justice. High Priestess. I don't know, but this is something big because it's all major arcana. It is a decision because I see you not making the decision. You're in an in-between stage. You have the two of wands here in the reverse where you haven't decided this or that. It's almost like whatever this decision is about, you want to trust your intuition. You're like I said, you're listening to you're holding back, you're observing, you're trying to become enlightened about the situation. You want to make sure that whatever the decision is that you choose, that it's right for you and that it's aligned with your inner voice. So there's some big decision that you feel like you need to make, but I think in April you're not going to rush into it. Even if you feel the need to rush into it, you're not going to. You're taking a mature stance on it and becoming as informed as you can before you make a choice. Oh, this has something to do with the wish fulfillment. Whatever your wish fulfillment is, for some of you, it could be a person. For others of you, it could be a career or something else outside of that. Hell, it could be as easy as looking for a new house and you're not going to jump into the first one that you get. You want to make sure that you are going to the right house, that the energy feels good, and you know that it's the best thing for you. It's something like that's an example, but it's something along those lines. All right, anything else? Anything else before we move on? Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. You have a, yeah. You have an opportunity that's either coming your way or that you're working towards. Gosh, there's so much. I don't want to say it's not secrecy. It's like you're really wanting to do whatever this thing is by yourself. Even with this, you have this potential that's coming your way, a potential opportunity, a door that's opening up. You're not telling a soul about it. You're actually keeping it to yourself. You're keeping it to yourself. I don't think you're going to tell anyone the truth about what's happening for you. Not that you're lying to people. I just feel like you're keeping it a secret. Yeah, you're not going to speak on it, or you're not going to, you want to be sure that you're 100% sure. Like you're wanting to know, okay, is this really what it is? Is this what it's really turned into? Is this like you want the proof to already be in the pudding before you allow people to know about what's going on, before you're allowing yourself to let it be seen. So, I this is pretty good so far. All right, let's go on to career glow ups and cash flow. Give me just a second here. All right, career glow ups and cash flow. What's happening for Libra with career glow ups and cash flow? Oh, no, there. Lovers in the reverse, Knight of Cups. I feel like you're kind of like this in between phase of doing what you love or doing something that brings you joy. Which direction do you want to go in? And it's like you're trying to figure that out. I know that you're trying to make a choice. A choice has not been made though. Something's not working for you when it comes to work. And it's starting to become abundantly clear. Like you just don't have a passion for it. You're not excited about it. Like for some of you, may even be dreading going to work in April. And so now you're on this quest of, okay, well, what am I going to do next? What's happening next? I want to do something that I actually like to do, or that I will enjoy doing. You have the King of Pentacles here in the reverse. You also have the 10 of Wands. April might be a month of you not really giving a fuck. Not saying in the sense of like, I don't care about work or I don't care about my work product, but I do feel like, your lack of commitment to the place that you currently are at may show. For some of you, you may even decide to not take on as many commitments, or not take on as many things that like as much work. So April might not be a hard hitting, heavy work month for you. If I said week earlier, I meant month. I don't know. It just feels like you kind of like, I'm not going to kill myself. I'm not going to run myself into the ground. I don't even want to be here. Yeah. Why the Wheel of Fortune? The Sun. You're wanting to break free from monotony, stagnation, and I feel like you're just looking for something new that, number one, can bring more money growth, but also you feel like this is something that you can put all of your eggs into one basket, something that you would actually have fun with growing potentially. For some of you, this is even something that feels a bit lighter mentally, brings in a little bit more happiness. Because with that 10 of wands, it's very possible that where you are right now, you may feel kind of weighed down, or maybe just in spirit, you feel weighed down and you're not really sure where this is coming from. But it's just this feeling of like, I want to break free or I need to break free. What about their money in April? Four of Swords in the reverse, Hierophant. I heard money comes, money goes. Why? The Hierophant in the reverse. There's some sort of inconsistency when it comes to how your finances are, so you may feel a little bit restless on that. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Oh, because there's like some sort of delay. There's some sort of money delay that has you restless. What's the outcome of that in April? I'm not going to leave y'all with that. What's the outcome? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The Emperor in the reverse. Knight of Wands in the reverse. It's the feeling of like, okay, since this opportunity hasn't come in, or since that financial whatever hasn't come in, then I need to make sure that I'm careful with my spending and I don't spend frivolously. So it's not saying that you're like, out in the cold, Five of Pentacles, you have no money. But what this is saying is, there may have been something that you were supposed to receive and there's a delay. And so it might be making you feel a little bit antsy because you expected this money to come in. And so now you're just having to watch your finances, so that way you don't overspend and you don't have like impulse buys, like you're stopping yourself from that, just spending frivolously. All right, let's look at your current love situation. All right, Libra, current love situation. What's going on here? Current love situation in April. What's going on? What's going on in April? Current love situation. Don't forget to hit that like and hype button, guys. Also, if you're watching this on the day that it goes out, because I don't know. If you're watching this on the day that it goes out, I have a mini read on Friday, March 27th. So if you want to participate, miatarot.com, you can go ahead and book your read there. Someone's not being transparent. Give me a second. There's a lot of chemistry that's here, but I also feel like there's ulterior motives, or maybe somebody's not being transparent either with you or themselves. What's this Seven of Swords about? Page of Wands in the reverse. Death card. Queen of Wands. Someone's not feeling it the way that they used to, but masking how they feel. It could be you. You got, and I'll just show you the cards because I hadn't shown you yet. You got King of Wands here, Seven of Swords. So I feel like somebody is going through the motions. They're doing the act, but they are not, like, keeping some secrets. There's some secrets that's being kept. And when I'm diving into that, it looks like feelings are changing. You have Page of Wands here in the reverse with the Death card. So there's some sort of transformation in feelings, and somebody is like putting on playing a role. Kind of like I said, going through the motions. I, for some reason, feel like this is you. But you got Scorpio energy here. How was Libra feeling? Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. At one point, you were putting in a lot of effort, but I feel like you've stopped. How's the other person feeling? Justice. Knight of Wands. You guys are both kind of pulling back. So you, on one hand, you're like, at one point I was really giving to this. I was trying to make it work. I slowly stopped. I stopped the horse. I pulled on the reins and I didn't let the horse continue. We slowed down. The other party is saying, they actually still have you on a pedestal. Justice. That's your card. That's your energy. But they're not rushing in either. And I feel like they can kind of sense that your feelings have changed. Why the Knight of Wands for your person's energy in the reverse? Gosh, that was such an ugly shuffle. Why the Knight of Wands and your person's energy? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. They want to offer something to you, but they almost feel like they'll be rejected. They feel like it won't go well. They're afraid of what you will say. So they say nothing. But they're wanting to offer you something. What will you say if they offered it? Let's see. No. You're going to say no. What is happening here? Ace of Wands in the reverse. You're not feeling it. So I was right. Those it's kind of like going through the motions, not really wanting to be in the situation or not really wanting to deal with the person because your feelings are changing. And I feel like your feelings have changed. The thrill is gone. You're underwhelmed by whoever this person is. Why is that? But you're not telling the person. You're keeping it a secret. You're keeping it to yourself. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, because this person. It's the person's fault. Got it. Now I understand. It is the person's fault. Okay, hold on. I got this. But we're blaming them. Okay, you got Three Pentacles in the reverse. You also have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse because this person was uncooperative. They didn't want to cooperate. And because of that, nothing could be nurtured. They didn't nurture the connection. They didn't cooperate. No wonder you don't want to get into anything with them. And now all of a sudden they're like, well, I want to now. I want to now, but I don't think Libra is going to take me. No shit. What's the outcome for April? What's the outcome for April? Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. They're going to keep trying. They're not going to stop. I don't think that, like, I still feel like their energy is still going to be heavily, like, there. I think the tables have turned. That's honestly what it feels like. Because at one point, you were the one that was putting all the effort into it. And now, you are single, fancy, footloose, and free. Okay? You're enjoying the spoils of singlehood, as you may, while this person is very dedicated to you, and they're trying to get things back in order. They're trying to balance things for the both of you because at one point you were doing that and then you stopped. So the tables are turning, Libra, when it comes to that situation. All right, let's do all signs, their sign. All signs, their sign. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate y'all. All signs, their sign. If you're dealing with an Aries, the Aries sees the opportunity with the two of you. They see the potential. They're in it. They're wanting to give to this. Okay. If you're dealing with a Taurus, the Taurus feels like you guys are on the same page, like you guys are aligned. Almost, I feel like this Taurus I feel like this Taurus feels like they could marry you. Like they could truly see this happening. You're on a pedestal, okay? They admire you. If you were dealing with a Gemini, the Gemini is holding back. There's a lot of emotion that they feel, but they're holding back. There's ego that's here that creates that, okay? So if you're dealing with a Cancer, the Cancer feels like Well, there's ego with this too, except it's not in a good way. Not saying that that one was a good way, but this one here is more so of they want you to stroke their ego. This is someone here that will, I feel like you got an energy vampire that's here. Like they're wanting to fuck up your nervous system. They want you to feel on edge about them because then that to them is like I have control over Libra's emotions. So watch out for that Cancer. If you're dealing with a Leo, the Leo wants to come back. I just heard Jodeci cry for you. The baby I'm begging part. So they want to come back home. If you're dealing with a Virgo, the Virgo wants to get to know you. This could be a new Virgo or someone that you're getting like you're just dating, but they're wanting to learn all about you. So they're probably going to ask you a shit ton of questions. It's probably going to feel like an interrogation. If you're dealing with a Libra, the Libra make this Libra feel at ease. They don't feel all high strung. You just get the Libra. That's what they're saying. You get them. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, the Scorpio is making future plans. They can see you guys off in the distance together. For some of you, this Scorpio wants to future plans might be like traveling plans, or if they're at a distance, traveling to you or you traveling to them. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, you bring healing to this Sag. The Sag feels like they don't want anything to get in between the two of you. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, the Capricorn is doing more observation than they are of letting you know about things about them. If this is a new Capricorn, you ain't gonna learn shit about them, but they're gonna know everything about you. If this is an old Capricorn, they stalking you in the shadows. They've already ran reports on you. They've already asked everybody that they need to know. They've already looked at all of your social media. They've made fake accounts. They've done everything they needed to do in order to figure out stuff about you. Okay. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, the Aquarius is disappointed that you guys are not more than just buddies, or it is very possible that they're wanting to take things to the next level. They don't want it to just be friendly. They want to get in them draws too. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, the Pisces wants to take a leap of faith. They don't care what happens between the two. Like, they don't care if this is a bad idea. They're ready. Let's go. They're ready to take action. Okay. All right, Libra, that is what I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, mini reads, March 27th. Get you a spot because they are limited. Until next time, you guys, take care.